Let's do it then, guys. Another sea fishing session, 2 in a row. Great little trip down St Joseph, but I'm back to where my regular haunt, my regular mark as it were, back at Shingle Street, and probably last attempt now, what is it, the 3rd of August for a smooth hound. Know this mark is good for a few rays, so we should be able to show you something. It's low tide currently, high tide's about 10 to 3, so we're going to fish the flood just exactly how we did on St Joseph. Going to be fishing pretty much identical in terms of dropper pulley and pulley. A few smooth hound have been caught. So, some lad put one on Facebook. What I'll do is I'll pop it on here with his face blanked out. Half decent smooth hound that. My first ever smooth hound was off here, which was probably about 2.5–3 pounds. This was a couple of years ago now. So there's a chance. It's not the best smooth hound mark in the world, but there is a chance. East Lane further up is notoriously better, but I fished there 4 times in a row and blanked, not even a bite. And to be fair, I'd rather at least come back having a Thornback Ray. Anyway, yeah, it's like 8:20 now. The sun's soon disappearing from the summer, isn't it? It's getting less and less light each day. So let's grab the gear, make quite a trek over there, because it is to my favourite spot at least, and see what we can do. That's a cool little Martello tower. Someone's converted that. And this bungalow just up here, my friends, was on the market for over £1 million, which is just crazy considering, you know, if the predictions of global warming and rising sea levels, this probably won't even be here in 50 years. But let's see. So a nice easy walk along here till you get along here, but the locals will know, and I'm going to show you if you ever want to come to Shingle Street. There is a little bit of relief from the shingle up here, so a lot of people do tend just to fish along here. But no, my friend, if you ever watch this and you want to come and try this mark, it certainly is, in my opinion, worth pushing yourself the extra 20 minutes. That's why I travel as light as possible. Got my carpway sling, got my bucket of bait and bits in, and obviously my fresh water, my old fresh water holder. Just makes life a lot easier, especially when you're doing long trips. My mate Wes, the last time we come down here, he brought his big sea fishing seat box, loads of stuff, and the poor man was knackered the time he got there. I'm not going to lie, trying to record and talk and do this is knackering me. But I want to show you that if you stay away from the beach, follow this fence line to that 1 million plus property there, you get a bit of relief. So yeah, keep following this fence line. Look at that view. Absolutely incredible. As a creator, I find it so much easier to do videos on sea fishing, because you can be as noisy as you bloody want, not having to affect the fish or other people around you. It's just so much easier. And I'm so blessed to be a bit of an all-rounder. No disrespect to you carp anglers, most of my year last year was purely focused on big carp. I love it, don't get me wrong. But for me, it's something about variety, and that doesn't just extend to the freshwater environment. That goes over to the salt as well, which I'm really lucky for. Anyway, this is what I mean. You'll get a bit of respite, not all the way to the best area on this mark. So, like I say, follow that fence line from the car park, and you want to head this way along this concrete pad, and then probably another 15 minutes. Because I've had a banging cold and I vape like there's no tomorrow, I'm going to stop recording here. But yeah, follow this for another, well, 20 minutes if you can. Anywhere for sort of 10 minutes off this pad, you know you're in a good area. So okay, so we're at the bit roughly where about while I'm fishing, and I thought, oh, I saw a seal's head then, and I think there's 2 seals combing this beach, so just hope they steer well clear of my lines. Be a new species, I suppose. No, all joking aside, if you love seals, no seals are harmed in making this video. There you go, a bit of a disclaimer. Let's hope not anyway. Yeah, let's go and have a look at the colour, get this gear off. Down at St Joseph, zoom that out a bit. Down at St Joseph, that's a real nice colour. It's actually a bit more of a pool here, a bit more wavy than what I expected it to be. So we're near on dead on low tide, sorry. Doesn't look too bad colour wise. It's not gin clear at least, it's got a bit of colour in it, which is good. That's brilliant. And some people probably wouldn't even come this lower tide. I want to see if we can catch these seals. Some people wouldn't even bother, but I'll tell you a little story. So years ago when cod fishing was good, when I was young, I fished right up until this lower split of the tide, and I fished all night and barely had anything. And yeah, I fished, see if these seals got that. Yeah, I fished all the way, not even whiting, and I was like, oh, and I was watching the sun come up, starting to, so it must have been like, what, it's winter, is that seal there? So what, 7, 8 in the morning, and all of a sudden, my 2 rods both went bang, bang, £3 cod. Next rod gone, bang, bang, one about £2. So, if you're someone who does the old trick of 4 up, 2 down, don't always take that as gospel, in my opinion. You know, fish, I mean on this point, on this mark, sorry, see there that you've got the river, what we call the river. There's a nice tidal run. You know, obviously not a slack water, but there's a tidal run, goes all the way along here, and if you can hit that, that's about 100 yards. One day that's another day I was cod fishing. The wind was behind me, massive wind behind, westerly wind. And I was managing to hit that and had such a good session. But codland fishing, this part of the world anyway, is a bit few and far between now. It's a bit rocky, isn't it? I think northeast does well in the right time of year. But anyway, let's get all the stuff set up. We're going to set up and it'll probably just about be dark. And fingers crossed, them 2 seals over there that just come up haven't cleared this out. Hopefully they're just going to work their way out the beach and piss off. Yeah, let's see. Should do alright for a ray, probably close to high tide. Probably when the sea is about here is when it usually starts to pick up for the rays, but I don't know, I think there's a good chance of a smooth hound when it states like this personally. But let's stop fucking babbling. You want to see some fish? I'll get this I'll get this stuff set up and let's see what we can do. So, traps are set. So, the left rod, fully rigged, double squid, banded up quite tight, just in case there's a problem with crabs. Right rod, tail of a bluey, my favourite personal Thornback Ray fish, nice and oily. Yeah, let's see what happens. So, like I say, tide should start pushing back up in a minute. Lovely colour out there, beautiful sunset look. Happy days. And I bought myself some new lights. Usually I use them little what do you call them, bloody hell, I'm getting old now, look, obviously. The ones you snap and then put on there like a glow stick style, put them on the end. But I went into birds this time, saw a bloke called David, nice guy. I was like, have you got any of them cheap disposable you know, night top bloody hell amateur, you know, night lights to the top of your rods? He said, well, I got these ones. I was like, you're going to tell me that's them expensive ones, you know, the ones that glow different colours as you get in a bite. You know, I think it's like, is it green for go, red for back or whatever, which I don't do enough sea fishing to warrant them, although I sound cheap because I think they're only like 15 quid each. But these were like £1.50, so you get little batteries, put them in, not Tronics ones. I'll show you in a second anyway when I need to get them out. And then I tried at home, put the battery in, I was like, oh my God, what have I been doing with my life? Like, why haven't I got these already? So yeah, really cool. Hopefully they fit my rods alright, otherwise it could be a bit of a disaster. But anyway, right rod, about 80 yards chuck. That one's for the rays, you know, the fish. I'm not saying you wouldn't get a smooth hound or a bass on that, you most likely will. And then the left rod, double squid. That one's about 50 yards out. You don't really want to go too far with smooth hounds on a lot of marks, I hear, but we'll see. David himself actually had a smooth hound for about £3 off here. I think he said it might have even been his first one, whether he meant here or ever, then that's great. And like I say, I know that chap had that decent one, which must have been £8–10 by the looks of it. I don't know, give me your thoughts, guys, in the comments if you can. I personally think it looks sort of £8–10 ish, but I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, so fingers crossed. Although I've had one smooth hound, that smooth hound that I had out of Snowsif, really, I really want a better one before the season's ended, because we've only probably got realistically a couple more weeks, right? But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling on. Let's have a look at these night tops, and fingers crossed for a few fish tonight. Let's have a look then. So they're trophy by Zebco, I assume, or the other way around. £1.69. Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell can you buy for £1.69? I don't think you get a Freddo for £1.69 anymore. So let me show you. Should really get the stand again, if you haven't seen these already. The actual light, and then you clip them round like that, by the looks of it. Like that, so I'm right Suffolk now. And then little battery light. Don't we just twist it out? You literally just twist it off. I don't know, a lot of you probably gone, I've used these for years, mate, it's nothing new, boring, get on with it. The battery out, and then the fin end, where are we? The fin end, you chuck it inside. Yeah, there's a little groove there, look. Just chuck it in there. Look. Tell you what, small things, please, the little things in life. And that, to me, is amazing. I hope that's as light as it looks. Hey, they are as bright as you like, really. I'm much more of a fan of the green than the red. Must admit, but hey, I don't care. As long as they bounce around, fingers crossed. Sun's nearly gone now, brilliant. That's when usually the rays especially like to move in just as it gets dark, just dark, bang bang, here we go. Tide will start coming up in a minute. Let's bloody have it. Okay then guys, second cast, and we're into a lovely Thornback Ray. Look at that fish. Oh. If you've never caught these before, give them a go, they're great fun. Fantastic fish these. When they get big, they hold the bottom. Look at them for fawns. Look at that, really packed full of defence mechanisms. But yeah, great fun, especially on light tackle. Little bit of bluey wrapped up, tap tap tap, and then bang, and you know you're on. What a great bite they provide, and a great fight too. So yeah, to all my freshwater subscribers, if you've never tried these awesome fish, get down to a beach before the summer's out and give them a go. Recommend it. Yeah, what an incredible way to start. So second cast, yeah, the tide is slightly coming up now, it's starting to move up. It's what, 10 to 11, so yeah, it is on its way up. I mean, it's 10 to 3 that high tide is, but I think that's the spikiest one I've ever caught in my life. But I thought I'd just record now, because usually with Thornbacks, where there's one there's more, so it'd be good to get one live on camera, take that is. Granted, the lights don't look as good as the disposable ones, so I think for filming purposes I'll probably go back to the snap ones, just make your viewing experience a little bit better, because they just look like fuzzy halos to me in this camera. Maybe I can do something, maybe I can't, I don't know, editing wise. But yeah, a bit slow on the squid. I did chuck that a little bit shorter this time on that one, just to see whether there's any fish moving. You know, bass usually are quite close here. I've got a session that I posted a couple of years ago from this mark, where I was catching whiting, and I was chucking whiting out, and literally the bass, it was crazy. Have a little look. It'll be on the C section, of course. Yeah, fingers crossed there's some more Thornbacks to come, and hopefully some smooth hound. I know the smooth hound, when I had one here before, it was probably about an hour and a half before high tide, so whether that's a trend. The chap that I put the smooth hound picture in before, looking at the moon state and the state of the tide, it was about that time again, so maybe we'll just have some thornbacks for the next couple of hours, and then a chance at a smooth hound at least. But it'd be great to have some good sized ones. I'm really confident. I'm putting out there in the universe that it's going to happen. We're going to have a couple of nice smooth hounds, probably to end the session. But yeah, let's see. Let's keep an eye on that right rod, ladies and gents. That's the one with the fish on. See if we can have a cracking bite like that was. Oh my god, if you've never tried thornbacks, whether you're just freshwater or you do sea fishing, yeah, it's not quite like it. You know, the old school anglers, or the ones that still can target cod in certain areas, will know that kind of bite, that bang, just they fly over. You have to give them a minute to progress, because they'll tap 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 tap. But you wait until they hit, when they move. Yeah, it's nothing unlike no other really. But I hear stories about smooth hounds ripping rods off rests, so both clutches are fairly loose, but that's the kind of thing that I will believe when I see it, sort of thing, to be fair. Not that I don't believe anyone, but yeah, it's like, really? They can rip your rod off? Yeah, I don't know. Again, if it's happened to you, tell me a story. I'd love to see that in the comments. Well, guys and girls, out of all the years I've been fishing, and conger, I got off the list last session, and there you go, there's another one. Never had one off this mark, obviously, because I've only ever had two, and that was from last session. But thought it was going to be something that starts with an S. Unfortunately not, but nonetheless, it's trying to get me. Nonetheless, I'm happy with that. Let's get it back and see what else is in store. Oi. Well, ladies and gents, I tried all sorts. I fished up until about 2:30, so near enough high tide. The moon come out. There was a fairly good pull. There was another guy fishing the start of the bay. I could see his light going on now and again, but he soon went a couple of hours. And I can't believe that nothing else happened. Usually do so much better on this mark, but hey, that's sea fishing for you. Kind of wish I went back to St. Osoph. So none of them smooth hound. Me putting out in the universe did not help one little bit. And I decided to call it a day. I mean, that early in the morning, I'd only want to really stay if we're getting bites. I really actually couldn't believe it. I mean, what I could have put it down to is perhaps them seals, if they kept combing that beach at night. Obviously couldn't see that happening. Perhaps that had an effect. I don't know. Sometimes it just happens like that. So after a good start on low tide, and that just reinforces my story about the cod I said before, you know, sometimes it just doesn't happen. But yeah, I thought what a great start with them two fish, but nonetheless it's not a blank. Shouldn't moan. Some people go and blank. I've done it many a time, but I just want to thank you all for stopping by and watching. Keep your eyes peeled. There'll be more carp fishing soon, and I plan to have a few days carp fishing rather than the quick overnighters that I managed to do. So keep your eyes peeled. Me and my mate also talked about going on the Trent for barbel, so I'm going to hit him up, see if we can do a nice social video for you. And then even this year, want to try, for all you freshwater guys, and catch my first grayling. So I'm having a look at a few beats about what I could do in the winter. So plenty more coming up. I will get out for pike fishing this year. I didn't last year because I was so carp obsessed, but I'm really going to mix it up. So please hit the subscribe button if you like this video. Please give it a like, and please do share it with someone who finds sea fishing videos entertaining. But once again, thank you all for stopping by, and that old saying is, tight lines on your next session.